All right, hello there. Greetings. Welcome to the QuestCast, where the quests don't like feet, or the cast doesn't like feet.
Well, I won't say any names, but welcome to the QuestCast once again. I'm Kobe, and
Peter
your name is Peter
or
Griffin
Zach. No, Peter
or Zach,
Gomblebuddy or Zach.
Peter Gumbleputty, Zach, the sock man, keeps the
Yeah.
socks on when he fucks. You know how he is. We want to open the podcast up with the discussion on socks.
Yeah, we're gonna put up a
Um,
live poll.
yes, if you're watching right now, uh, we're gonna put the link up. We're gonna make a straw
Yeah.
poll. Do that.
Yeah, we got a Google form going.
Okay, the poll is up. How often do you wear socks, Zach?
Uh, Pretty much all the time, except when sleeping, of course.
Hmm. That's where you beat me, man. That's where I fucked up,
You
actually.
you a perma sock?
I'm a perma sock
A
legend.
never nude?
I'm yeah. I'm what they call like the anti-foot fetish, man. I take away the fetish. Um,
uh,
Yeah, I don't. I wear socks when I go to sleep. I wear them throughout the day, partially um, due to my environment right now. I'm trying to not expose my feet to the radiation and decay in the house that I
He's
live
in
in currently.
Chernobyl, right?
Yes, yeah, we moved to Chernobyl a few weeks ago, and because I wear socks all the time, I've developed something. You know what that is?
No.
I've got an ingrown toenail. On my left big toe on the right side of the big toe.
Dang. Uh, what are you supposed to do about that? You just gotta like let it do its thing, or what?
Um, well, let me fill everyone in who maybe needs some anatomy lessons on what an ingrown toenail is. They're usually started because you cut your nails down too short, right? So you cut it down too short, and instead of growing straight upwards the way a nail should, it starts to grow into the side of the toenail. It starts to grow
Yeah.
down, like deep into it. That's what's happening now. Um, a way you can remedy it, I guess, is just kind of to wait and see what happens. Kind of a ticking time bomb. It's a ticking time bomb of a disorder. So
Right. The
I have
passive
to get it
approach.
amputated. Yeah. Well, especially with the healthcare situation going on, I'm gonna have to ride it out. Maybe amputate it.
Yeah. Yeah, you don't need it.
You know, yeah. I mean, when's the last time you used your big toe? I mean,
Yeah. That's like the one
it's
you
got
don't need, really.
right. Yeah, I mean, all the others I'm using every day.
Yeah.
Gaming, opening doors.
Yeah, I mean, and plus you always have the right one, or you said it was the left,
Right.
right?
Well, that could also be a problem too. That's the equilibrium thing, right? Like they say if you
Oh,
lose one finger on one side of your body, you're in this
yeah,
constant state of like not balanced, so you fall over more, you're prone to vertigo,
yeah,
there's all kinds of issues. So I might have to take both the big toes off.
yeah. Then you'd get the phantom pain.
Oh yeah, I have big toe itches that aren't there. Yeah.
Yeah,
Or just by having the Phantom Pain, you mean buying Metal Gear Solid 5, the Phantom Pain.
yeah. That's actually what I was referring to.
Yeah,
But I mean,
that's what I figured. I should have known. Should have known that.
yeah. Well, some pretty nice body horror to start off the Spooktoberfest
Yeah, this is the Halloween
celebrations.
episode.
Yeah, it's a little early, but the whole month really is just
Right, it's a
uh,
Spooktober. I
yeah,
mean, every day.
Spooktoberfest.
Dude, every day's a horror for me, bro. What you talking about?
Yeah, I mean living in Chernobyl, pretty rough.
Yeah, yeah, true.
I mean, I understand you gotta do what you gotta do to escape uh, a certain someone. We won't
Oh
leak his
yeah, yeah,
name
yeah,
or
yeah.
anything, but
We're already gonna get into that, man. We're already getting into
and we're not
that.
gonna get into that. We got there's a project in the works
Yeah, we got a
with
show
that,
to
but
run, man. We can't
yeah,
talk about him. We
don't want to
can't
get
let him
canceled. Yeah,
be on our thoughts all the time. We got to work through it.
yeah, but
It was rough what he did to us and others, but
yeah, and SquareSoft, but we won't talk about that.
oh yeah. There's a reason you don't see SquareSoft on your games anymore, ladies and gentlemen. Okay,
Yeah,
there's a reason for that.
just stay tuned for the Netflix documentary. We'll
Mm-hmm.
and
Well, is it Netflix or Hulu?
well, I mean, we don't have the
Oh, yeah,
sponsorship. Right?
we
Yeah,
don't know yet.
yeah. Maybe we do.
I
We
was
just
about to
might have
say.
a NDA or something.
Yeah, yeah. We can't disclose whether or not we have an NDA.
Yeah, that's kind of NDA we have.
Yeah, we have an
Oh,
NDA
oh
on our
crap.
NDA. We have an NDA on our NDA about releasing info on an NDA. So take that how you will.
Yeah, think about it. Uh,
Yeah. Replay it, do some math, word math.
yeah, some logic,
Mm-hmm.
some some linguistics.
Discreetly learn or analyze it, if you catch my drift.
Yeah.
Discreetly, in both ways. Okay, so and we're on the topic of horror now. I mean, this is
Yeah, we got a smooth segue opportunity here.
yeah,
Go
the socks
right.
work. It is a scary situation I'm in. It's kind of cool how I get an ingrown toenail in October. It almost works.
Yeah, it's kind of
Like
like
meant.
like pleasurable.
Yeah, physical illnesses, mental illnesses, they always kind of hit good in October. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean all
If you,
the movies they just glorify it.
right, right.
Kind of just makes me wanna get
True.
an ingrown toenail.
Yeah, I feel bad for those who don't have one right now. It's 'tis the season for pain and suffering and general discomfort in life.
Yeah, definitely.
So horror. I'm gonna let you start with this because
Oh.
I'm probably not. I'm going to not know a lot of the movies you're talking about. I'll try to stick with games and a few movies,
uh,
but
yeah, I mean,
we are. You want to just
I
discuss that?
yeah, it is October, and the amount of movies I've seen has been. I think I've seen two movies, neither of which were a horror movie.
Mm-hmm.
But
Did
yeah,
you
I
watch
mean, there's
Hotel
just
Transylvania?
oh yeah, Hotel Transylvania 4. Yeah, that was a. I don't want to say it's like the best movie of all time, but
It's changing the game.
yeah, it's definitely like
It may not be the
you
best,
have
but it's leaving an impact.
yeah, like you have Citizen Kane, right? That's like the Old Testament, and then this is like the New Testament. That's basically what
Hmm.
I'm trying to say. It's just
Right.
it's gonna change the game for as far as horror is concerned, and maybe even body
You'll
horror. I don't want to give away too much for you
right.
guys that haven't seen it,
You'll be
but
seeing Hotel Transylvania 4 in references in movies for years and years to come.
definitely,
So you owe it to yourself to at least watch the originator
yeah,
of that love. You know.
yeah. It's gonna be one that for the history books and maybe even Criterion collection. Fingers
Oh yeah,
crossed.
I'm sure that's already they've already working out a deal there.
Yeah. But I mean, as far as maybe more contemporary or whatever kind of stuff, more mainstream. That's the word I was looking for. It's not,
More hip,
yeah,
edgy.
not many people are gonna really connect to such a personal masterpiece such as that. But yeah, I mean, I think the most recent horror film I've seen, I use recent in air quotes, is I think it was The Lighthouse.
Okay.
So it's been
I
2 years.
saw that. Yeah, I saw that when it came out.
Oh,
It
you
was like a
did?
movie. Yeah, I watched it in Florida with my roommates.
Nice.
I mean I remember it, but I don't remember I remember enjoying it, but
Okay.
I just don't remember a lot from it.
Yeah, it's a very atmospheric kind of movie. It's got some nice vibes going on with it. The whole,
Yeah.
it's like I think it's a 1:116 aspect ratio, so it's like almost a square or
Yeah.
something. It's got a nice look and recorded on film, so it's got that nice, almost like rustic feeling to it.
hmm
But yeah, I hear it.
Didn't
Yeah.
the dir- didn't the director of that movie have to do like a lot of like studying on how what's the
Yeah.
term for people who talk like what is that accent like a landlubber or I don't know how what
Yeah.
that accent
Yeah, I
is
don't know
called,
what
but
you would call that, but yeah, like the whole like stereotypical like sea
right, the Flying
sailor kind
Dutchman
of, yeah,
language.
yeah, yeah, revenge, the Flying Dutchman language.
We'll get to that.
Yeah,
We'll get to
yeah,
that.
that comes, yeah, but
It's a good Halloween topic as well.
yeah, Robert Eggers, the director, did a lot of historical uh, research for writing the dialogue and story inspiration, that kind of stuff. Really based it in that kind of New England kind of folklore stuff,
hmm
and using novels from the time. I think it's like the 1800s or something. But yeah, and I believe he also did that with his other film, The Witch.
Yeah, that's one I have not seen. My dad watched it and he
Oh,
was all into it, but
yeah,
I have not seen it.
yeah, it's good. I don't know which one's better. I mean, they're similar, but way different in a lot of ways. So you can't quite compare them, but they're both great, worth watching.
Well, is he really into like these New England type settings? Because I assume The Witch is kind of like a Massachusetts,
Yeah,
Salem kind of
yeah,
uh,
it's got uh,
area.
those vibes. I don't remember exactly where it takes place, but um, yeah, he's big into the historical side of things. Um, see, I don't remember what his current project is. I think he's working on like a Nosferatu remake, but I'm not 100% on that and some other stuff. But all of it there's like no information on, so just have to wait and
Okay.
see.
I see one thing online. It's called The Northman
The North.
that that he's
Hmm,
directing. It's a epic revenge thriller that explores how a Viking prince will go seek justice for his murdered father.
that sounds
So it's
amazing.
pretty epic. Actually, this is a Highlander sequel for all my Highlander fans out there watching.
Yeah, Joe, leave a comment.
Yeah, he's a
Favorite.
Highlander. He's a Highlander stan. He stands that.
Yeah. See, there's that movie that came out relatively recently. It was what the Lamb, right? Have you heard anything about that one?
No, I haven't. I have not heard.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe if I saw it, I can look it up and see, but I not off the top of my head.
Yeah, I know it's an A24 film, but I haven't seen it obviously, but looks pretty interesting. See, let me fact.
Yeah, it looks like a. Is it Swedish? It looks like a Swedish
Wait, did I get it?
movie.
It's an Icelandic film, I believe.
Iceland, okay. The art for the poster, it looks like the mother. Have you seen the movie Mother?
Uh, the Darren Aronofsky
Yeah,
film? No.
the poster reminds me of the poster art for that movie, where it's kind of like a painting type.
Yeah, yeah, I can see that. Yeah, it looks like it's just called Lamb, so I was almost there. It's got a bit of a weird distribution on Letterboxd, but I don't know. It seems interesting.
Right, it seems to be getting some good responses in general.
Yeah.
I think the most recent horror movie I've seen, and I don't even know if it's a horror movie, is I'm Thinking of Ending Things. It's a Netflix movie. Um,
I have not
it
seen that
was
one.
directed by Charlie Kaufman.
Oh, okay,
He
that was his
did.
new his new
Yeah,
movie.
he's done a lot of movies that I liked. I really like Anomalisa, and I also really like Being John Malkovich.
Yeah, yeah, he wrote that movie, right? John Malkovich and like Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind.
Yeah, yep, and I love Eternal Sunshine of the
Yeah,
Spotless Mind as well.
adaptation.
I've not seen Adaptation actually. I hear that's a good one, but
Yeah, yeah, I haven't
I've
seen
seen
any of his
Anomalisa, Being
stuff.
John Malkovich, Eternal Sunshine, and I'm Thinking of Ending Things. I'm Thinking of Ending Things is a very surreal movie. I think you would like it, but it's definitely not like a crowd pleaser, I wouldn't say.
Yeah, yeah, I'll need to uh, watch his stuff. Definitely, just one of those guys that I had just haven't seen anything for some reason.
Yeah,
Uh,
I think my favorite movie of his is Eternal Sunshine. He didn't direct it though. It's Michael Gondry. I don't know who that is, but he did write it. It's
yeah,
awesome.
yeah, I think he's more established as a screenwriter than a director.
Mm-hmm. And Synecdoche, New York. I do want to see that.
Yeah,
But
yeah, Synecdoche, New York, wherever.
yeah, Synecdoche. Yeah, that's how you say it. I always revert to Synecdoche.
Yeah, yeah.
It's Philip
Basically, all I
Seymour
know.
Hoffman.
Oh yeah, R.I.P.
Yep, rip.
Um, I'm trying to think of some more kind of spooky stuff that is mainstream, not unlike the art house stuff like Hotel Transylvania 4 or whatever.
True, true, true. There's the. Have you seen the 28 Days Later or 28 Days movies? They're zombie. They're not really
No.
horror, I don't guess, but they're pretty good. They like. I know they did a lot for the genre. That's why I went back and watched them. 'Cause I had a big like horror
What
phase
genre?
in high school. The zombie movie genre,
Oh.
and also like very much influenced the Walking Dead show. I went
Oh,
back and
okay.
watched the original 28 Days Later, and it was
Yeah.
pretty good actually.
Danny Boyle directed.
Yeah, it's way slower than like zombie movies that come out now, but I kind of prefer it. I don't, and in general, I honestly don't even like zombie movies, so it was just surprising that I liked it
Yeah,
because it focused more on the characters rather than just like zombies chasing people around.
yeah. I'm not huge into the whole zombie thing. The only the only two that I've loved were, of course, Night of the Living Dead and Dawn of the Dead.
Oh yeah,
And I
dude, have
guess
you seen
Shaun
Shaun
of
of
the
the Dead
Dead.
though? Yeah,
Yeah.
dude, that movie's baller. You can't hate on Shaun of the Dead, bro.
Yeah, well, that's more of a comedy. Yeah.
Right, right.
But yeah, it is a good zombie movie as well. Um,
We can talk
Speaking
about
of it,
games if
Edgar
you want.
Wright,
Oh, okay. Okay.
yeah, I think his new movie's coming out soon. Was it Last Night in Soho or something?
Yeah. Is that Anya Taylor-Joy? That's
Yeah, I
playing in
think
that.
she's in it. Yeah,
Let's see. We're doing on the spot research.
yeah. Jamie looked that up.
Colin and Jamie.
Yeah, so there's your
Yeah.
there's the Spooktober plug right there. Go check it out. Use our promo code. Get
Yeah,
tickets.
we are sponsored by Last Night in Soho.
Yeah.
When does that come out? Because that actually does look interesting. I've watched the trailers. I thought that would be a cool movie to
I want to
like
say
actually watch.
sometime this month, since it's like a horror thriller kind of thing.
The release date is October 29th in the United Kingdom. I don't
Well,
know
road
what the
trip.
hell that. Yeah, we can book a ticket to the UK.
Yeah, use our promo code and you can watch the movie with us.
Yeah, we can screen cap it, put it on Kick-Ass Torrents or Pirate Bay. You could
Yeah.
honestly, hey, I mean, absolutely not promoting piracy, but there's probably a way to watch it right now. Not gonna
Yeah,
say any
Edgar Wright
ways
actually leaked it himself.
because it technically has already been reviewed. I mean, critics have
Oh, did it
reviewed
have
it,
a
audiences have reviewed it,
it
so it's
had
out somewhere on something. But
probably like a festival like Dune.
oh yeah, yeah, that's true. That comes out soon as well. I forgot.
Yep, it comes out Thursday or Friday officially, but you can watch it Thursday, which definitely will be watching that.
Yeah, I do. That will be a good watch. I think that movie just with the spectacle of it and just knowing that Denis, I don't know how to say his last
Villeneuve.
name, Villeneuve. Uh, I don't know. I feel like it has to at least be
Yeah, there's a
an
lot of hype
enjoyable movie.
around it. I mean because it's been so long since the Dune IP has been touched, and or at least as far as cinema, and
Yeah.
I think Denis' last movie was Bladerunner back in 2017 or 2049
Yeah.
in
Yeah, I think that
2017,
was.
which was an amazing movie.
Hmm.
Probably one of my favorites of that whole the whole 20 teens.
You would like a lot of his movies, I think. Is that the one that you have seen of his?
I've seen that one in Sicario.
Oh, okay.
I definitely need to
Oh
watch
yeah,
like Prisoners and
Prisoners is amazing. I love Prisoners.
and see what's the other one?
Enemy is
Enemy.
also
Yeah,
really good.
yeah. That's the other
Uh,
one I was thinking of.
Arrival.
Oh yeah, duh. Of course, Arrival. I forgot about that one.
But yeah, they're just really well made and also kind of uh, they're easy to watch, I guess, to pick up like for people who may not be into more like surrealistic movies. I feel like they're a good like gateway into like watching different kinds of movies than Transformers 3.
Yeah, yeah. He's very diverse filmmaker as well. Like, uh, well, I mean, I guess I say that and he's done like 3 sci-fi films at this point, but yeah, Definitely a potential legend in the making.
Do you want to talk about horror games? You have any you want to throw out?
No.
And I can
No, I'm
test
just
them
kidding.
out. Damn,
Yeah, I mean,
you're more of like a anime soft kind of gamer. You don't play horror games, right? You've never played a horror game in your life?
well, I mean, I definitely haven't explored the genre as much as movies,
Right.
but
What I'm saying is you're more of like a furry shades of gay kind of
yeah,
gamer.
definitely. Like, but if you had to put a label, I mean, yeah. But I played Resi 1, uh,
Yeah.
and I played about like 5 hours of Silent Hill 2.
Okay.
Main thing I have with horror games is they're very scary
Hmm.
because they require the player interaction. So you can't there's always like a feeling of like a connection to the world that isn't quite there with movies where you're just kind of like watching it and it happens. Yeah, but you have to
Right.
actually interact with the world, and it's like you know way scarier.
Yeah, that does add a whole different layer to it. I mean, it's just when you watch a movie, you're kind of always under the eye of the director. Like you don't have any choice in what happens, so you're just kind of a
Yeah,
witness to whatever the director has decided to show you. So
yeah,
yeah, with the game, it's a lot less directed than a movie. It's more player directed.
yeah, yeah, and that whole it's almost like you're in the horror movie kind of thing.
Right. I will say the scarier than any haunted house I've ever been in, scarier than any like haunted hayride, is playing the Five Nights at Freddy's game in
Yep,
PlayStation
all six
VR.
of them.
Playing
Yeah.
them in VR, it's like you can't even describe how like different it changes the game.
Have you actually played those in VR?
Yeah, I played that and also Resident Evil 7
Well,
on
yeah,
PlayStation VR.
that's the big one.
They Yeah, it's hard to. I mean, I would recommend everybody try that once in their life because it's fucking nuts. Your brain is very easily fooled, like
Yeah,
to think things are real. So
yeah, it's like a whole nother level with the VR versus just regularly playing Resi 7.
mm, yeah, because I played Resident Evil 7 on PC, like with no VR or anything, and it was still scary, like it was intense, but it never like got me. Like it was never like I never jumped out of my like
Yeah, your
chair or
tasers.
like yeah, I never shit my pants or anything, but
Yeah,
in VR you can play the fucking a SpongeBob game
yeah, Revenge of the
and
Flying
it can
Dutchman.
dude, yeah, that'll give you nightmares for weeks.
I mean, it gives you nightmares without even playing it in VR. So that game just
That's true,
that
yeah.
just ascends genre and horror and all kinds of stuff.
Hmm.
It's just
It's a genreless kind of a
yeah,
masterpiece
yeah.
in
I
its
mean, it's
own
a
way.
misunderstood, mediocre masterpiece. I'd say
Hmm.
that's a
The mediocre
yeah,
masterpiece that you shouldn't play.
yeah. That taught me how to live.
I can
Yeah,
talk about some horror games
yeah. I mean, like,
that I like.
what are some of the ones you'd recommend for someone who is
Who maybe
too afraid of them? You know,
spooked by it.
yeah.
Uh, I would definitely not. I know you've played the Amnesia games, and those are
Oh yeah.
way more intense uh, than games that I would recommend to somebody who is easily scared by stuff.
Oh yeah. Or
I
like,
would, I would
yeah, go.
go ahead. What?
I was just gonna say like maybe not necessarily like beginner stuff, but maybe just like it, like the I don't know, like it's such a good game that it's worth, being afraid
Right.
of, and just
Like
powering through it.
right. Like it's not just so scary to the point, or it feels like you should keep playing because you're just so invested,
Yeah,
even
yeah,
though you're so scared. It's like, well, I want to keep playing because it's so good.
yeah, like a Resi
Uh,
4 kind of thing, but not that one. That's too obvious.
right. I won't say anything. I won't say any Resident Evils, no Silent Hills. Although I would recommend every Resident Evil game. Um, I still haven't played
Except
all the
5.
Silent Hill games except five. Yeah, you do know me. You know me well.
Well, I mean,
Uh,
yeah.
but I guess I would really recommend playing the Condemned games to anybody. Those are
Oh,
some of my
yeah.
favorite horror games. The story is really good. The atmosphere is really good. The combat is really fluid, dynamic. Um,
Are
it's awesome.
do those games have like the first person combat kind of thing, or am I thinking of something
Yeah,
else?
yeah. Condemned is played from a first-person perspective, and most of it will be melee combat. You'll
Yeah,
occasionally get like a gun with like 2 or 3 bullets or something, and you like save that and use it only when you need it. But most of the time, you'll be like ripping pipes off the wall or picking up like axes off the ground or out of like fire uh, emergency locks and stuff.
yeah.
So it is awesome, and the ending is just the whole story of that game is very weird, but it pays off.
There were two of those, right?
Yeah, I'm very much exclusively talking about the first game.
Oh, is the second one not good? Or
Uh, to me, they added like a combo system, like kind of making it like
uh,
a brawler game almost. It still has scary parts. Most of Condemned 2 is like jump scare kind of
okay,
things, but Condemned 1 just feels really special on its own. Um,
yeah,
but definitely, I mean, play the second. If you play the first one and like it, then definitely play the second one. It's not like avoid it, but
yeah.
the
I
first the
may
first
own
one just
that
hits.
already on Steam. I'm not 100% sure. Condemned, not a Condemned 2 or whatever.
Yeah, that'd be a good Halloween play, and it's really short. It's only
Yeah.
probably less than 6 or 7 hours long, and the whole
Oh yeah.
time it's entertaining.
Yeah, I
And
do
there's
own
like
it.
detective parts to it as well, where you'll like be thrown into a room and you have to scan the environment and like piece clues together. It's kind of all done automatically. You don't really have to like analyze anything, but
Hmm.
like
Go.
mentally, you don't have to think about it.
Yeah,
But
you don't have to go into your York mode.
yeah, yeah, you don't have to use your actual noggin in the real world.
Yeah. Looking at my
But it's fun.
library here, there's also Alan Wake. Have you played those?
Yeah, Alan Wake is good. Yeah, I played that on 360. Probably, I remember I borrowed that from someone in high school and played through it in a few nights.
Yeah. Um. Yeah. Some horror games that I've been interested in playing. I don't know if you played any, but like the Parasite Eve games and
Oh
Kudelka
yeah,
and the
yeah,
was it the Shadow Hearts series?
yeah. That's getting into some like very niche, like scratching the like Japanese itch with the
Yeah, with the RPG
horror.
influence.
I do like the aesthetics of Parasite Eve games. They're kind of almost like a Victorian horror, but in like a modern day setting. Like it's almost like the time periods clash, or like what
Yeah,
is the word for that? An anachronistic world.
yeah, yeah,
And I'm proud I
definitely.
used that word. I feel like I'm galaxy brain right now.
Yeah, IQ just went up 10
Yeah,
points.
dude, it shot big, big up.
Yeah. Let's see, trying to think of some other horror games. Of course, played that. I have played all the frictional games, except for the newest Amnesia game.
Yeah, that is, if you have Humble Monthly, that's one of the monthly games that came out this month. So I did get that, but I haven't played it.
Rebirth? Isn't that what it's called?
Yeah. I played the original Amnesia all the way through on like a this was on my grandma's laptop where I went over there. This was probably in like ninth or 10th grade. I definitely paid for it in quotations, and I played through it. It was fun, but I never played A Machine for Pigs.
I played it for a few hours and never touched it again. I didn't like it. Of course, it wasn't developed by Frictional.
Right.
But Soma, I really loved. That's probably my favorite of their games, honestly.
Yeah, that's one that I need to play. I've heard it kind of deals with some philosophical issues.
Yeah.
But I really don't know what it's about. I know, like, there's big robots or something that chase you. It looks kind of like the least horror-ish of their games, but still
Yeah.
scary in its own way.
Yeah, it's probably not the scariest. I'd say The Dark Descent definitely is. But it's probably their most interesting game.
Yeah. It looks cool. I've never played it.
Yeah. Let's see.
You played the Penumbra games then, I'm assuming?
Yeah, played all three.
See, I think I started the first one, but it's not that I didn't like it. I think I just quit playing it for some reason. That'd be a good game to play.
Yeah, I like those vibes that Penumbra has. It's got some nice atmosphere. The first game's a little weird because there's a pseudo combat system that's not good. And then with Black Plague, that's probably the best Penumbra game. It's much more like Amnesia, how you're kind of just there and you have to hide or run kind of thing.
I still feel like Frictional Games' game design outline is really impressive for some reason. Kind of like how like drawers are interactive and doors are like manually opened, and like to open a drawer, like everything, all the contents within the drawer have like physics attached to them, and you have to pick them up. You know, there's a lot of like systems at play that you don't see in a lot of games. I've always thought that was cool. Even now, even like 10 years later, it's like games don't really do that very much.
Yeah, definitely. Penumbra, I think, was like a super, super low budget game from like 2008-ish. And it's
that was
just so
over a decade ago.
Ahead of its time and impressive for what they were working with. And they definitely explored those ideas further with their later games, but it's very interesting to play. Definitely should replay those sometime.
Yeah, don't you have a playthrough on this channel? Did you do
all
that?
three? Yeah. Actually, every single one that I've played, yeah. Dark Amnesia, the Penumbra
you like the
trilogy,
games
and
historian,
Soma.
actually.
Yeah, and I've played those on top of the Let's Plays, so yeah. Actually, Amnesia I've only played once, and that was the Let's Play, yeah. So yeah, I'm kind of a pseudo-scholar.
Yeah, you know your shit, dude.
And yeah, I mean, there's just something about the sort of loneliness that's in those games, how you're kind of just, you never meet anyone. And if you do, it's sort of like voices. And if you do meet them, they turn out to just be a monster and try killing you. Something very unique.
Yeah, I don't ever remember seeing like something that looked normal in like any of their games, like another person, like another human being. I don't ever remember. I think at the beginning of Soma, there is something like where like it starts out normal, but then
yeah, it does.
but then it kind of hits the fan after that.
Yeah, and like Amnesia, you have that head guy. I forgot his name. But yeah, you like carry his head around or whatever. It's like a talking head.
Oh, I don't remember that. See, it's been so long, I just don't even remember.
Yeah. Let's see. But yeah, I'm afraid that's probably the extent of my horror knowledge.
Well,
I
dude, we're
played.
kind of missing a big thing here. I guess we've kind of talked about Silent Hill, but PT is pretty
Oh
hip
yeah,
with the kids, you know?
I have not played it. Unfortunately, I didn't have the honor, the privilege of playing it, but I have seen playthroughs, and
Dude,
it's
I'm in the upper
amazing.
echelon of society.
You still have the
I was
PS4
there.
with it installed?
Nope, no, nope. I got sold, unfortunately. But I was there. I was there. Uh, I never remember it not being a Silent Hill game because that game was like everyone downloaded it when it came out, and the fact that it was a Silent Hill game, uh,
Yeah.
that was leaked almost instantly, like within an hour or two of that demo dropping. But yeah, no, on the day it came out, I downloaded it with my buddy and we played through it. We got the mic hooked up and had to like whisper things into the mic to get the phone to ring in order to see the actual ending. And doing all this like weird cryptic like stuff that makes no sense, like unless you were experimenting with the game for hours and hours you would never figure out.
Yeah. I mean, it's just so insane that it ever existed and it never will in its entirety.
Yeah, it
It's
is. It is
very
strange.
sad. But yeah, it's definitely like the most creative demo of all time. Like no question.
Oh yeah. Yeah, nothing has topped that really.
I mean, Kojima really does. He knows how to like I don't know like hype up a game and
Oh yeah. Yeah, he's like the master of hype.
yeah. Um, wasn't there something about like a PC port of PT that
Yeah,
like
I
got
think there's
shut
actually been
down?
like, oh, I don't know if it's gotten shut down. It might have, but I feel like I've just seen like so many different versions of PT being remade. Like there's a
Yeah, it's
PT
definitely
for
been made.
Dreams,
Yeah. I
you
just meant
know,
like
PT on Unreal.
people trying to actually remake it, like
Like
not
make
a
the
re
game.
yeah, like not a recreation, but like remake the PS4 version for PC.
Oh, I don't know. Like literally just kind of like
Well,
figure out a way to put that PS4 game on PC.
no, not that. I don't know. I guess
Because I've seen a lot of like almost one to one
yeah,
recreations of the game like that actually work is kind of what you're talking like where it actually works, like it plays like the game, looks exactly like it, not like a direct rip of the PS4 version or anything, but like a way you
yeah,
could actually play it, you know, as though like
yeah. Like
as though it
taking
was
that
intended.
game assets and trying to recreate it as accurate as possible.
I think so because I watched a podcast a few days ago where they were getting the VR version of it set up. Somebody had remade it
Oh,
and allowed for VR support in it. So I really think all the assets of that PS4 game have been dumped onto PC since it's such a small game, and
yeah,
like it would be a huge undertaking to do that, but I think the fact that it's so small helps drive like a community to actually put it
yeah.
out on PC.
And it helps when it's literally the only thing that we have of it,
Yeah, yeah, that's kind of it.
and it's uh, such a cult thing, I guess, or
Yeah,
a big thing. Everyone wants to play it.
pretty much a phenomenon.
Yeah. Yeah, who knows? Maybe one day we will discuss uh, the full Silent Hills experience, but probably not.
Yeah, I mean, I guess there's always hope. They have or Konami put out that Castlevania collection,
Yeah,
so maybe
almost
we're getting
there.
that. Maybe we're getting Silent Hills in the near future.
Yeah, some pachinko
Hmm.
machines.
Dude, I'd play Silent Hills if it had some pachinko elements.
Yeah, I mean they have to realize that it's like such a gold mine they're sitting on. If they would just like
Yeah, they have to know. I mean, they have to know. But I think it's really easy to underestimate just how much money those pachinko machines bring
oh,
in.
definitely. Yeah, that's
There's almost no way to even describe, like, they could put out like the greatest selling game of all time or something like that beats Grand Theft Auto 5 or beats anything, and
yeah.
it would be like maybe a third of like what it would be if they just keep putting out pachinko machines.
Yeah, and there's also the like uh like the price to develop it versus the money it's bringing in.
Yeah, yeah, the
The risk
yeah,
reward thing. Pachinko's very
in
low risk, very high reward.
in our capitalistic society.
Joker moment.
What? Yeah, I'm having a Joker moment. Sorry. Why would they put out a damn AAA amazing work of art when everything in our system and even Japan, I mean, they are fueled by capitalism and equally as if not more even there's a lot of issues with how their money is dispersed.
Yeah.
Um, you know, it's kind of just what's the fucking point of doing anything anymore?
Yeah, definitely. So I mean, we can always have hope, but it's not looking
That's
too
right.
good.
Hope is always have to have hope.
Hope is all we
Never
have,
lose
so
sight.
we can't lose that too.
Yeah, never lose it. Where are we at? Where are we at in the minutes?
How about 47 minutes?
Okay, we can do one more topic here. We can talk about Revenge of the Flying Dutchman.
Yeah, I mean that's got the smoothest segue here because
It's a
we
horror. I
yeah,
mean,
it's a horror, existential horror, maybe even cosmic horror in a way. There's an argument to
mhm.
be made for that, but
If you shit yourself, leave in the comments how bad it stinks.
yeah, Joe, leave the comment.
Yeah,
Brandon,
Joe, Brandon, Austin, if you're listening, I want you to describe the poop smell like the best way you can.
get
Okay,
texture, get all the senses in there.
you know if there's any undigested food, maybe like corn husks. I want to know. I want to know about it.
Yeah,
But
so
okay,
I think we should preface this with a little an introduction to people who might not understand what we're talking about here for Revenge of the Flying Dutchman. Um,
okay, yeah. You go ahead. You start with your experiences.
okay. Well, when I was a wee lad, I had a PS2 game. It was called SpongeBob Revenge of the Flying Dutchman, and it
It
physically
was like an
scarred
AA
me.
meeting.
It destroyed my psyche. It made me question uh, the uh, religion and life and the meaning of life. And yeah, basically just because of how cursed this game is. It has the most unsettling feelings with just about every aspect of it. Everything down to the narrator's voice being like the creepiest voice of all time. And just sort of like almost a Lynchian kind of sense of like something feels off. It doesn't feel like this is the real Bikini Bottom kind of thing.
Hmm.
And
Definitely.
even as a kid, it just sort of always creeped me out. And I will say though, the like Mermaid Man theme song, costume theme song is very good. Sort of
Look it up. Yeah.
sort of
If you're listening right
contradicts.
now, pause. Pause the video.
That was a
Listen to
rough
that, and
sound.
also, and while you're at it, listen to. Honestly, if you want my um, recommendation, listen to the entire Super Sponge soundtrack. That's for a whole
Yeah.
other podcast. We'll get into that.
We'll wait till we
And
get
just
format on the cast.
yeah, we will get into that.
But yeah.
And then pause it. Pause it. Okay, you're back.
All
Are you
right.
back now?
Welcome back.
Okay.
Um,
Welcome back. It was great. It was great.
that about does it for my side of the game. You could elaborate on some of your experiences or maybe some research you've done into the topic or whatever.
Okay. I'll start out by saying thank God for Lexapro. Okay. And Zoloft. Thank God for SSRIs. They've been a constant in my life since I have played Revenge of the Flying Dutchman. And it would be easy for me to say ditto to everything that Zach has just said because it's all true. I mean, there's just no beating around the bush. The game is off. It's cursed. There's something wrong with this game, okay? Something really wrong, okay? Like,
Bad.
getting anxious, kind of just talking
Sweaty
about it.
palms.
Yeah. Shuffling the paper right now. Mouth is getting dry. Hands are going a little bit numb, but we will continue the conversation. Yeah, so I played it when I was a kid as well, and I had all the same experiences. The game has a level of jank that, some would say it adds charm to it, but not in kind of like a, let's say, maybe you played the Fairly Odd Parents game on PS2, and there was some jank to it, and you would recommend it to your friends. And you'd like, just saying there's a little bit of jank, and by jank you just mean, like, maybe the physics are a little bit off, or maybe,
Some
like, the
warts.
collectibles, yeah, just little things, But Revenge of the Flying Dutchman jank, it is cosmic horror. There's a cosmic horror undertone to that jank that is impossible to describe, kind of like a Lovecraftian horror. The horror lies in the fact that it's undescribable.
Yeah, definitely a little bit of a Cthulhu element there.
Yeah.
It's you really just have to experience it to sort of understand what we're discussing. But it's quite an experience. It's an unforgettable game, but not in the good way.
I can get into some specifics because I do want people to play this game, and I want people to not think we're crazy, first of all, because I feel like if you just say this game is creepy to someone maybe who didn't play it as a kid, and they play it, they're like, I don't see what's creepy about it. Because I think I could get that. I could be like, okay, well, you just didn't play it as a kid, so you don't have the same anecdote as I do.
I would question their psyche a little bit.
Yeah, I would definitely. I mean, I would get it, but I'd also be like, okay, well, maybe you're not looking at it right,
Yeah.
Like, I'll get into a specific thing that's kind of creepy about it, or just some off.
Yeah, because
the music.
Yeah.
You've
replayed it, right?
I replayed it recently. Yeah.
Yeah, very recently. Yeah.
Probably just a few weeks ago. I beat it in one night. I loaded it up. I had a bad sleep schedule, so I was already kind of in a shattered state a little bit mentally. And I loaded it up on a whim. There was something in me that was just calling me to play this game again, and it could have been a cosmic thought, some kind of
collective unconscious
thing. Yeah. And I just played through it, and it's all blurry. Even now, it's hard for me to remember specifics. You know how they say when you kind of are under a lot of stress, or maybe you're going through a traumatic moment in your life, your mind like resorts to another place,
Yeah.
like you become derealized or depersonalization, I guess is what they would call that. I feel like I just had like a 5 to 6 hour moment of that while playing the game.
Yeah, I could definitely see that. Um, yeah, there's just something within me that just like stays away from that. It's just a very haunting experience.
Sorry, I had to get the wine out for this. This is a hard topic. Okay.
Yeah, take your time. I
Yeah,
mean,
we
it's a
yeah. Just give me a minute, man.
I mean, this is a safe place here.
Okay. I want everyone to know that Revenge of the Flying Dutchman, developed by Big Sky Interactive, is cursed, and I think it has left a curse on me permanently. And I think my children will bear the burden that this game has bared upon me. You go ahead, Zach. I gotta take a minute.
All right, I understand. Well said. Well said. Um, yeah. So you've been warned. Um, it's a worthy. It is an experience that maybe one should go through if they want to test the limits of their subconscious, explore their deepest and darkest desires. But don't say we didn't warn you. So yeah, thanks for watching.
Yeah, this was a good episode. Oh, thank you for watching.